Not so many people can hear me. Okay, so the opening bell and the news has already started. We've had the 9:45 news as well in the morning. So my target is here for today, but I don't want to see that be taken straight away yet. Yeah, I don't want to see that get taken away straight away. I'm looking to see some sort of pullback, maybe. So far for the morning, the people who've been. This is a typical long day. So we've had. So there's accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. So far people are profitable going long. So I think stop losses are going to be under here as form of sell side liquidity. Now I think the news, well, so far 9:30 hasn't done anything. 9:45 isn't doing anything. Yeah, it's just been sideways. Yeah, so gonna have to wait until the last 10 a.m. moves to see what happens. Yeah. Only then can I make a decision because I want to be long, but I don't know if it's actually going to happen. Also, Ben A, appreciate the comment. Yeah, I try and express my thoughts I just have. Sometimes I just make a video on things that just come on my mind throughout the day, to be honest, and I try and innovate and try and bring like original ideas, not trying to recycle videos, you know. So yeah, I appreciate the comments. Thank you. I studied automotive engineering at university, so I started university in 2020 during lockdown. So the first year was kind of COVID year, really. Second year was fine, and then third year was last year. So I graduated pretty much this time last year, actually, in summer. So it's been a year now since I've graduated. Right, I'm not interested in a setup if it decides to just shoot off straight away from here. So if that's the case, then I'm not that interested. So I'm looking to see if price wants to make some sort of pull back into the range for now. So I'm not really interested until this. This is a weekly level actually. Not a day level actually. It's a day level used as an inversion gap. So I'll wait to see if price comes down here and then shows sort of shift in market structure to go higher. Only then I'll be interested. Yeah, I think I've realized if I want to make content which is, people can actually appreciate, then I don't think using the same ideas that everyone else has is gonna help me stand out, if that makes sense. So all of these things are completely things that I've just been thinking about or ideas that I've been brainstorming. So I mean, sometimes I might go I'll listen to like podcasts or live streams or um, watch other people's YouTube videos, and that might give me thoughts on what I want to talk about, sort of like in response to what they might think or what they were saying. So yeah, well, I'm glad people like you are finding it useful and interesting, which is what I'm aiming for. Just trying to make the trading space a bit better, you know. How long have you been pursuing trading properly, and have this little icon needs to move? That's annoying. How long have you been pursuing trading properly, and have you always been trading ICT? I've been I've been aware of trading for for a long time actually, since I was like a teenager. Um, I'm assuming you might have watched my video on how I actually got into trading, but I essentially knew family who were trying to get me into trading, but at the time I didn't think it was very. It seemed too good to be true, really. So, and then I started doing my own research during like university, pretty much, and then it kind of all spiraled off from there. And then I actually started trading properly, like studying it and backtesting and all that stuff. Actually, starting my proper trading journey um, since I started my final year in university. So it's coming up to my third year now. Actually, it'll be my third year in August, August of this year. And yeah, it has always been ICT. It's funny because like the way I actually came about finding ICT was actually just, you're not gonna believe me when I say this, but it was literally a random DM from a guy on Discord from this community that I was joined in with for trading because I just like their YouTube videos. So I joined their community, and then he makes a video on fair value gaps, and I'm like, oh, this is interesting. So when I start asking questions about it in Discord, I get a random DM from someone who's also in that mutual server saying, this guy is just basically recycled content from this guy called ICT. And I was like, oh, really? So I went and did my research, and then I found the 2022 mentorship. And then, because it was like the most recent thing there, I was thinking, okay, if this is a mentorship, then I'm assuming he's going to help me start from the beginning. So I just, because it was the most recent thing as well, jumped on it, and then it's just been history since, really. Why is this moving up so much already? Unless it's consolidating to build more liquidity, but I don't know if um, I mean, I can understand that the manipulations already happened, the distribution's already started, but since it's just been completely one-sided in the New York session, I don't think it's just going to run away straight away just from the New York Open. I'm sure it has to at least come back, pull back into the range slightly at least, and take out people who have been so far long for the day. And I think those trailed stop losses are here, so gonna have to continue waiting, I guess. Yeah, that's very true actually, Ben. Because I'm not trying to say I'm an exception or anything, but I'd like to say I've had a very different path in terms of my trading journey, in the sense of finding content and learning. Because I was actually quite lucky to have found ICT right from the get go, because that means I never had a chance to clutter my mind with the other bullshit that's out there on YouTube. I mean, don't get me wrong, there is other things out there which can work, but ICT, like the way he teaches it and the actual content itself, it resonates with me really well, and I really like it. It kept me curious a lot, which wanted me to keep digging into it and continue studying it. So yeah, I'm quite fortunate I didn't waste my time hopping from one thing to the next. I'm not really that type of guy to really cast my opinion on something before I actually give it a good go. So yeah, stay disciplined with it and decide to give it a decent amount of time. Um, I mean, I was learning it as well whilst also doing my final year studies as well. So worst case, if ICT didn't show any sort of proof in my own sort of research, me proving to myself that what he teaches works, then at least I could um, move on to something else with me, either finding a job or um, if I still wanted to stick with trading, then at least move on to something else. I feel like it's a very touchy subject actually, telling people when the right time to actually move on to something else if it's not actually working, because we usually tell people a lot to stick with it and stay disciplined, be resilient, be determined and stick with it because eventually it will turn around, but sometimes for some people it's just a cold hard truth that um, what they're learning or what they're doing is actually the thing that's holding them back. And I've not actually seen anyone actually address that fact, how to actually know when to move on from your trading strategy. It's a bit of a weird one. So I think that's actually a video idea I might want to talk about. So yeah, that's a good idea. I'll write that down. I mean, the obvious answer to the question really is if you know it's been a long amount of time and nothing's worked, then that probably means you should move on. And the same goes with anything really, even with if you're even finding trading interesting. If you stuck it out for like a good half year to a year and and nothing's really happened, then I guess it comes down to yourself if you want to move on. Yeah, stuff is definitely good. I think you just have to cook through those concepts. Yeah, it was actually a pretty cool idea, actually, if I do say so myself, doing the tally to actually help cut out the bullshit in your model, because that's the problem with ICT, man. There's too much shit on there, and it's so good, but it invites the shiny object syndrome too much, and that's the problem with him deciding to place all his content out there online for free, because then it comes solely down to whoever's learning to have their own due diligence to be able to not make sure they're drinking from the hose pipe, if that makes sense. So yeah, refining the strategy and just cutting out the bullshit, basically. Let me just see what. Uh, what's the latency like? No, it's not bad. Uh, What's the latency like? No, it's not bad. Also, does my audio sound fine? Because I'm just using my laptop built-in microphone. It's it's not amazing, but I do have a headset which I use on Discord, which is probably a lot better actually. Don't know why my voice sounds so croaky. I should probably get some water. Guess I didn't really think of that when I decided to go live and start talking mindlessly. Oh, okay, cool. Right. Right, so far nothing has happened. It's not really moved a lot so much. Still just in a range, really. Just sat. Where's my phone actually? If I want to take a trade. Everyone says it's very difficult when you're on stream with a lot of people in front of a big audience taking a trade and trying to call the market low. But you know, let's try that out. see how scary it really is. Let's jump to the 1 minute real quick. See what's happening. What's happening on S&P? Oh, S&P is actually down. It's actually moving down. It's reached the order block that I outlined. It's taken all the sell side. Oh, I think if there's a place where my model could perform, it would be on S&P actually. It's spiked through all the sell side actually. Something which I was looking to see on Nasdaq, but it's not happened. Return to the midnight opening price as well, which is interesting. So for me to want to take a long setup, I'd like to see displacement, a 5 minute displacement past this high, this swing high here. So for now, I'm going to sit tight still. So now I'm going to sit tight still. Let me change the title real quick. Is this it's still open on my phone? Okay. Yeah, I'd like to be long. I would like to be long. In before Wednesday being the high of the week. You know, that's another thing I didn't realize as well. When I'm gonna have more people in the chat start talking about what they think of the market, that's when I have to just ignore the chat because I can't have other people just clutter my mind with and distract me. You know, it's difficult actually. This life, I've only got one viewer in this chat, and I'm and I'm thinking already how difficult live streaming could get. I mean, I'm just doing this for fun, just to see if it taps into a different audience of streaming the markets. So just see what happens. Just see what happens. Because I feel like I'm doing like one upload a week, and it makes me think that I'm doing like nothing throughout the rest of the week. So I'm trying to like fill the gaps with other things. Okay. So I feel like since nothing really happened at the nine, well, I say nothing's happened. There has been a lot of down movement since 9:30. So just in my opinion, anyway, I think people are going to be chasing that move down and placing their stop loss above there. So that'll be a form of buy side liquidity as well. Trail stop losses on S&P are gone. Yeah, I've been thinking of doing YouTube shorts as well, but you know, I always thought like the way I speak in my videos is very like you can probably tell from my videos I speak very like slow and like just and like the reason why I do that is because I'm actually like trying to speak with passion. You know, I'm trying to like get that idea to people's heads that um, what I'm saying is the truth. You know, and I feel like I don't know if that really translates well into YouTube Shorts because like YouTube Shorts is like meant to be very like quick clips. I mean, I could probably edit it in a way that actually makes it seem a bit faster, put music and whatnot, I edit over it, do a lot of cuts basically. So yeah, but the thing is, I don't actually know how to do like these um, editing for like to make clips and stuff. Like I can edit like long videos, but and it means I'll have to probably try and learn how to use TikTok as well, which I've never used TikTok before. So there'll be another learning curve, but Oh well, if I want to reach another audience, then what can I do? I'm gonna have to try, aren't I? Yeah, that is true as well. Actually, there can be money to be made on in the short content. Okay, I'm only interested now if this high gets broken. This swing high here. If that gets broken with displacement, I'll look for a fair value gap entry. Could also be completely wrong actually, but so far I can't think of that many reasons to be short. If I'm being honest, I mean, buy side I think is the obvious target. These highs, which prices don't reach it for. So I don't think there'll be a need for it to go lower on the high time frame. That is. And it is also NFP, yeah, like you said. So expectations aren't really high. I'm not expecting, PD rates to be respected that well. I'm expecting them to be like coloured outside the lines quite a lot. So I have to dial back the expectations in terms of clean price action for NFP. Excuse me. The hell, man? I need to keep myself occupied. Oh shit, I didn't see that. That was a bit of a shit move. Um, check. take your castle, thank you very much. Check. No, nothing's happened yet. No, it's not worth sacrificing my knight. Do that. What's my entry model? So my entry model is pretty much it's kind of like the 2022 model as a base, and then I've used like small things from like the um, core content. So obviously like the PD array metrics, breaker blocks, things like that. Mitigation, well, not really mitigation blocks, but if I see it's there, then yeah. I don't tend to really look out for those anyway, but yeah, PD array matrix obviously, and like a few things from like the 2023 mentorship as well, because I was actually there when it was live streaming like all those live streams on in 2023. So things like the inversion fair value gap, if I see it, then it could be useful for me. You know, like I've learned recently like the first fair value gaps of important time windows, like the first fair value gap of the New York Open, the first gap of the opening bell. Those are good to just mark out and extend through time to because they can play as a they can be used later on in the future. Could be used as a place to enter. Could be used as a place to support your entry. Could be used as a place to pyramid in your entry. So those are quite interesting to look at. And then also the essential things like power free, the kill zones, all those things. So I try keep it very like lean. My model. I try to keep it very simple because I did go through a process of clearing it out pretty much. Like I was looking at all sorts of things before, like new week opening gap, new day opening gap, S&T opening range gap, all these things, and it's a bit of a handful to watch, all to look out for all at the same time because my mind was just thinking like try and spot as many things as possible, which is not really the way to go about it, to be honest. Because I'm not a jack of all trades. I have to be good at what I can do. So I decided to just cut out all the bullshit and try and get good at just keep my model as simple as possible. As less moving parts as possible. Let me look at dollar index actually. What's dollar index saying? It's not reached the sell side as I thought it would. Right, so it's in this gap so far, taking this high. It's in the lower quadrant of this daily gap, so that could be a sensitive place for price to move up. Why is this guy just moving as... do that, and then what do you just take? Oh, Check. Oh shit. Yeah, thanks for coming, Ben. It was nice talking to you, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Didn't mean to do that. Shit. Whoops. Check. Check. Hmm. Check. Oh, hang on. It's happening now. Glad I came back at the right time. Oh, that was a big displacement. There's not really a fair value up on the 1 minute, apart from this. And there's one on the 3 minute, 5 minutes, so I guess I can just wait. But I'd like it if it didn't run away straight away, please. Oh, excuse me. I want to finish this game. Shit. Oh, that was a worthy sacrifice, actually. What's happening here? Right, let me just concentrate on the trade. um, right, I'm going to end the stream here because I don't know if it might be dangerous to put me saying, well, I'm going to enter a trade in case of people watching live. But I don't think anyone's even watching anyway. But actually, I'll keep streaming anyway, just because I want to see the price action. So it'll be good for journaling purposes. Actually, I'll try not to say anything. Right, Nasdaq just run off. I'm not interested in that. Did notice how from 9:30 we have gone all the way down to almost the entire new opening range gap. So it's gone down to about halfway-ish and then chosen to move off. So right, there's a fair value gap. Come on, waiting for a retracement now. Back into this fair value gap. That would be ideal. I mean, I wouldn't like this buy-side liquidity taken straight away. I'd like it to come back down here, retrace into here. So maybe it could react with this order block and this fair value gap, come back here, retrace, so I can get the entry and then it can run off. Don't want it to do that yet. I'll tell you what, I need to end the stream now because I've got to go to work. But yeah, I have to end the stream now. So let's end it now.